you all, uh, God, what did you do last time? I know you went to the Feywild and talked about things.
We fought some crocodile thingies.
Yeah, so when you first got
And
to the
some little
Feywild,
wisps.
you encountered some Fey giant crocodiles and will-o-wisps. Um, and then you finally got to the Tahano, and it looked a a good bit different than it did before. Um, the town itself, not so much. The people definitely look different. Um, the Tahano is currently situated in the middle of a large lake. Um, where the forest would normally be. And Zine and Alice had a good long talk. Then the next morning you all talked about how to get the Tahana back, and you were presented with three different choices. You could delve into the tunnels and caves underneath the Feywild to try to find one yourself. You could go and petition um, an archfey, possibly the queen of the Seelie or Unseelie court, to maybe do something for them to get a crystal, or steal one. And I think you guys opted to steal one. Am I right?
I
Yeah.
believe so, yep.
Cool. Um, so you all are just waiting for the Grove Tinder scouts to come back with more information so you can make your plan. And Esmore wanted to talk to Varys, and that's where we ended last time.
Yeah.
So, you all are walking out of that large subterranean chamber that held the crystal in its ceiling. Um, and Varys is following you to wherever you want to talk to him.
It doesn't really matter where we stopped at, as long as we're just alone, so.
Yep, you find some private area away from everyone else.
Ooh. Um,
What is it?
so, you know why I left the Tahano in the first place?
He gives a slow nod.
Well, I will just say it's done.
There is a mix of understanding and sadness.
But he is alive.
He now looks confused and he's, what, what do you mean? He's alive.
Um, well, we ended up killing the dragon that was terrorizing Everwinter.
That's what Alice told me.
And he helped us. Actually, if it wasn't for him, we probably wouldn't have made it out alive. And me and him got to talking, and since he's been banished, he's been trying to make right for what he's done. Yeah, I still couldn't forgive him, but at the same time, I could. So it was kind of a mixed emotional situation. So I came up with a plan to kill him and then revive him. But when he revived, he was no longer himself.
You see Varys like slowly nodding as if he knows what you're getting to.
And I thought I would feel better
But you
at the
don't.
end of this. No. I actually feel way worse. I feel like I've ruined someone.
Revenge is it's a tricky thing. Most of us think it's exactly what we need, but usually it's quite the opposite.
There's also one more thing. It's well, one, it made it worse that, what I did to him. But after I did it, he just ran away, which I don't blame him. I destroyed his life after he's been trying to do good. But I did make him a promise that because of everything he's done, that I would talk to you since you're the one who banished him about lifting that ban so he can come home.
Then let me ask you this. Do you forgive him for what he did?
I thought I would never be able to forgive him, but I can honestly say that I do forgive him.
Varys gives a slow nod. He's generally hard to read. He always has this, poise of, being a leader. He says, then he is welcome back,
That's if I
regardless of his
actually,
form.
that's if I can actually ever get a hold of him because he just kind of ran away.
There's many ways to find those who flee or hide or find themselves lost.
Well, I won't know until I get home, so. But another question for you. Um, is there a way to change him back?
You see his brow furrow, and he thinks for a second. He kind of shakes his head and he says, Not that I know of without the luck of the draw.
I
And
don't want to,
it'd be quite the process, as you can imagine.
and I really don't want to do that to him a second time, or a third, or how many times it takes.
Though both of our magics are somewhat limited. There are other practitioners that may know of a way.
You can probably imagine why I wanted to talk to you in private about this, away from Alice.
Certainly.
Yeah, it's
It
something I
is,
know I need to talk to her about, but
and I think
I
she should
needed,
hear from you.
yeah, but I needed to talk to you about everything before, you know, I tell her because I didn't want her emotions to get in the way of what needs to be done, and
You
there's a
know, she may
time and a
surprise you.
place.
She's far stronger than you may think.
I know she
She
is,
is the
but
chieftain, after all.
I don't know, but it's just one of those things of she's going through a lot right now, and I just don't want to add to that right now. And she just received some good news and that kind of stuff, and I don't want to, you know, take that away right now. So I'm asking you if you don't mind, to at least please keep this between us until, at least our mission is done with the crystal and we get everybody home.
That I can do, but you may find that there is never a right time.
I know. But I think we should probably head back to the others before they start questioning things.
You see a little curl in his smile. Says, oh, what does he say? I had it and it's just gone.
I think forgiveness is always the better route, no matter how late it comes.
I should have forgiven a lot sooner.
He just puts his arm over your shoulder and you guys start walking back.
As for the rest of the group, you all head back up to the throne room, even though it's kind of that. But you all congregate up there, just waiting for Esmore and Varys to get back.
Alright. So we have our option. At least what we're doing. Now the question is, where can we find them? Well, once the scouts get back, hopefully we'll find out. I answered my own question as I started speaking.
Oh, that was the plan all along.
I forgot.
I mean, we
Comes with old
know
age, I guess.
kind of where we can get some, but I mean, I don't know, just getting them is the hard part.
Hopefully, things can go a lot smoother here than they did in Neverwinter.
Why do I doubt that?
Yeah, I seriously doubt that.
I mean,
Well, we have been
I don't
lucky.
think anything is rougher than a dragon taking out a city. At least,
I don't know. We almost got screwed over by a crocodile earlier.
You'd
So
be surprised.
you took on a dragon, but you almost died to a crocodile?
it was a big crocodile, and there was more than one of them. Thank you very much.
Massive crocodile.
Massive.
She just kind of waves a hand.
Like the size of Vast's ego, massive.
Okay, now I'm starting to get the picture.
Hey.
I don't think they
So-
quite grow that big.
So, what's your... I mean, of course we gotta wait for the scouts, but what are your plans on getting one of these crystals?
Well, we just kind of learned about the crystals, so I don't really think we've had enough time to really think about a plan. We don't even know exactly which direction to walk.
I guess that's
Let
true.
alone-
I was just curious if you...
I don't know if you have, like, floor plans to, throne area or, it'd be a lot easier to take if we knew, like, layouts, hidden areas, blind spots.
I think it's more so the force that we're dealing with than the layout of the lands.
Yeah, we're in unfamiliar territory. We don't know what's all out there. We don't know the laws of this place, so it's really a learning as we go kind of situation. I fear. I'm just being realistic about it.
First time
I
for
mean,
everything.
To be honest with you, this is the first time I've been to the Feywild. Varys probably knows a little bit more, but I'm not even sure if he's been. It's kind of new for almost all of us, except for the oldest of us.
They fare with all the changes.
Yeah, it's strange.
And she kind of like brushes her hair with her hand.
There's so much to get used to, but I don't think we'll have time to. Hopefully.
Do we know if these crystals are safe to touch, or even
I mean,
how big are they?
How are we gonna move it?
I suppose that's another thing. But
Could
I mean,
I
She
mean,
she, she
moving
like kind of
part,
points to Vath and Zine. I mean,
who are just ripped.
yeah, you're like veins bulging, just standing there.
I was just about to say, I think we've got the
I
carrying down and pat my
I
arm.
think you two might be able to handle it. Esmore maybe, I don't know, transform?
Words. Careful with your words. You know I'm sensitive.
I know you can turn into an earth elemental, you'll be fine.
But if worst comes to worst, Zine, tell me if this is possible. Could you create a teleportation circle underneath the crystal and have it fall through?
Let me check my spells, because I believe as long as we're holding it,
Yeah, as long as
it
it's on
would
your
come
person.
with us. But otherwise, I
Yeah.
can't teleport
If
I'm
you can
not.
inanimate
so
objects,
y'all
per
two
se.
pick it up and then go through the portal, we can get instantly back.
Why don't you pick it up? That's right.
I mean, you saw the size of the one that we have below. The one that you'll find probably won't be that size, but it'll at least be enough to get us back.
So the
Oh, I forgot you bought me teleportation jug. Yes.
bought you a lot.
A lot.
Yeah, I have 4 teleportation option capabilities.
We should have more than that.
Yes.
I had 5, but I used one once we got to a safe spot in the Feywild so that we could get to the Tahana without worrying
Mhm.
about.
So teleportation circle is just creatures. So it's not like you could throw something into the open circle and it would go through. You have to like be physically carrying whatever it is. But it stays open for a round until the end of your
Yeah.
next turn. So like you could go through and then come back in one turn.
And worst comes to worst, if we can't carry it, I can always make it float.
Yeah.
I mean,
And
so long as it's not extremely heavy.
and it's around this time where some grove tenders enter the chamber. One of them says, I couldn't even make it even close to the Sealy court.
It seems that they're not taking any audiences right now. And Alice just like kind of nods at him and looks to the next one. Well, I found an entrance to the subterranean tunnels and caves, and I have an okay idea of what might be down there. She nods again, looks to the last one, who looks visibly kind of shaken. And this one says, I mean, the... I almost didn't make it back. The... Uranus, the... He's still there. He wouldn't leave. I only got a glance, but it's... And he, like, looks to you three, and you can see that he's, like, scared even talking about it. I mean, it's enchanting. And I think the conductor, maestro, or whatever has it.
Hey, Uranus.
I don't want to go back. I can't go back.
That was for
Uranus.
the
I guess I'll be the one to ask. Who?
That's what I was saying. Uranus. Like, what is? That's what I was.
You met Uranus before. He's the one who brought you into Tahana the very first time.
And
Damn, it has been a while.
It's been a long
He's-
time.
it's been a
I-
long
I-
time.
I probably have his name down, but there's
Probably.
not a search option for words in this notepad.
Well,
No control F?
Oh, there is. How do you spell it?
Arannis.
Nope, never wrote his name down.
Oh, well. He was the Grove Tender that led you into the Tahana the first time.
Yeah.
you never asked his name.
Oh wait, I did find it. Druid boy Esmore knows and is escorting us to the city. That's what I got. That was session 11.
Like, Esmore, you know him in, like, passing.
Yeah.
And I've seen his face.
Like, oh, Gerald, I saw across you from in history class. You know, kind of.
Yeah,
know you.
like, you're cross paths going class to class, but you're never, like, in the same class
Yeah.
kind of thing. Yeah.
Okay, so the sailor yard.
Alright, so you have these
Okay.
three Grove Tenders who've been to your three different options.
Well, we've gone
What-
over. You know, if we're, more focused on the stealing, I don't think requesting an audience is going to be a big of a deal. But the
I also find stealing from an archfey to be a very risky endeavor.
yeah, I doubt that they would be very forgiving if things were to go awry.
So are we stealing it?
I'll look at the second Grove Tender. You said you have an idea of what's down there. What's the idea?
I ran into spiders that could vanish, and not just turn invisible, but completely gone, and they'd appear somewhere else. And
We've fought a few
We've
of
fought
those.
those before.
there's
They're not
also
fun.
giants, but corrupted. I didn't go near them. And there's other sorts of dangers that aren't, creatures. Almost lost one of the men just from him drinking the water.
Drink the water. Got it.
I have no idea how far down you'd have to go. We went about a day and a half or so, and Saw no sign of this crystal that we're seeking.
It's probably no yawning portal.
And that was for the Underdark of
Mhm.
Feywild, right? Okay.
That's for going and finding one yourself.
Yeah. It may not be a yawning portal, but the laws of this realm are a bit different, and
I figured.
things could get crazy.
Yeah, but I'm saying it's not the yawning portal. I mean, it's not gonna make us crazy.
Hopefully.
Probably.
And then, if we're stealing it, I feel the best option we have is talking to Arenas, trying to figure out what's happening, and maybe we can use Esmore's connection with him as a levy into that.
I don't think you understand. Uranus is still out there. And he like points like outside. I tried everything. He wouldn't come back with me.
I wonder if something got into his head.
I think so. I think he was charmed by the orchestra. Oh, I don't know what became of him because I couldn't stay. Otherwise, I probably would never come back either.
If you were able to come back, but yet he wasn't, it kind of gives me the idea of that it can only do that to one person at a time. I mean, there's probably not a whole lot of ones down there that can do that. So
And I made
I mean,
myself be
I
able to
felt the
fix him.
thrall, but I was able to cover my ears and run away before, you know.
Would it have anything to do with the laws of this world? Like, has to be different.
I mean, we can't really just leave him there anyways.
Obviously.
Hey Danny.
Yeah.
If it were a charm, the only way would be like dispelling it or using like Greater Restoration, I'd assume.
It's only one way to find out.
Well, I mean, I can't prepare Lesser Restoration anyway because I don't prepare spells, so
I
One way to find
can.
out.
yeah. It's just Greater Restoration, if that is the only way, is an expensive cost that I do not have any more of.
Danny cannot tell us.
Okay.
I can find my.
Pretty sure we haven't learned like all of the laws of this world, anyways, right?
No, probably not.
So we should probably learn about that before we go off gallivanting and trying to do this kind of stuff.
I mean, Vendel told you a good amount of stuff. Basically, careful what you say.
Yeah.
Was like the big thing.
Yeah,
Yes,
I
take
feel like
things
he
in the
was
literal
emphasizing
sense.
Yeah.
I feel like he was emphasizing that towards me more than anybody, which I took offense to.
I don't know about
I
that.
wonder why.
Esmore is also just the character that would do
goddamn
it.
mystery.
Yeah, you can have my name.
Yeah, sure. Here it is.
But I didn't like my name anyways.
Yeah, Asmore's
I think it's a bit more complicated than do I like my name or not.
Hey, what's your name? Beth. Thank you. What?
Alright. Do you guys have any other questions for these Grove Tenders before they leave?
Not the Grove Tenders in particular.
Okay.
Alice says, "We may need you in the future if they have more questions, but you are dismissed." And they all leave.
There's Greater Restoration. Where's
Lesser is a level 2 spell, I believe.
Yeah, it only does like poison, fear,
Yeah,
paralysis,
like
and
conditions.
yeah.
And not even all the conditions.
No.
So, ooh, it sounds like maybe petitioning the court is maybe not an option.
If they don't seem to be taking anyone into their grandeur, then
Or, I mean, maybe it is with your all skill set. I I don't know what the Grove Tender even tried to say to him.
we could try speaking. Me and
But
Beth tend to have a way with words.
it sounds like there's a bit more.
I'm here too, you know.
Oh yeah, because you're very well with words.
I Yeah, fair.
You can be persuasive in your own right.
I should not say what I was about to say.
It seems like there's a bit more information about the other two routes, though.
It seems so. As Morvath, you wouldn't happen to have any diamonds on you.
Hey, what?
What?
Diamonds?
I was looking at that, but I don't have any diamond dust.
I have this weird looking fiery rock.
I mean, we
Still
know
don't know what
know
this is
about the
for.
rock. We just don't know what it's worth, but this is specifically for a spell, so it'd have to be the actual component, not something else.
No diamonds.
Well, it says that the spell is, and this is add a character. This is VSM.
Verbal, semantic, and material.
So I
So
don't even
you have to be able to talk, use your hands, and you have to have
material.
uh,
Okay.
Which would
only
be
if it has
100.
if it has a monetary cost. Otherwise, like you have your staff.
It does. It's a diamond dust worth at least 100
Yeah.
gold
So
pieces,
you'd have to have 100 gold pieces worth of diamond dust.
which is probably like a speck of diamond dust because diamond's expensive.
Yeah, it's like a little pile.
We're so rich though. We get so much diamond dust. It'd be like pocket sand, just diamond dust. Pa.
Yeah, but the
Well,
problem
it's-
is
We have
it's not so-
finding the diamond
Yeah,
dust.
the
Yeah.
problem is supply, not
Yeah.
Not-
Money is not an object. We have 250,000 gold.
plus
Well,
what we
I don't
have on
even
our
know
person.
if this plane of existence has diamond.
I would assume it does, just probably not many souls brave enough to explore the Underdark of this realm.
And I want to assume it isn't as simple as just going out and buying some.
With all our exploring, we haven't found a settlement. So they're probably a bit more difficult to find than any human settlement.
I figure that to be fairly rare around here. Okay. So I guess we see if we can figure out what's wrong with Uranus and find out what to do from there. Maybe if we can free him from whatever is afflicting him, then get some more information.
Well, I could do the spell magic, but I don't have it prepped.
It is concerning that he is still at the orchestra. I'm afraid what might be happening to him.
I'm afraid of what he might be
I
coerced
also think
into
it could
saying.
be related to something with the laws of this world, though. Like,
Oh god, he might be forced to give his name.
could have happened. What happens if you give your name here?
I'm not sure. But if it's literal, then it's probably some sort of give them some amount of control over you.
If that's the case, then could be that.
I mean, if it doesn't have to be like given willingly, if you're able to be charmed into giving it over, then that's dangerous.
Yeah.
Word seems to hold some power here, so
Sure seems like it.
all right. Maybe so we know where they're at. Could we get a map?
I'll have the at least the two grove tenders point out where the entrance of the tunnels are, and also where they found the orchestra. Is there anything else you need?
What kind of rulers are these orchestra? Iron Fist type?
Archfey are able to influence the land significantly. Also, depending on how high up they are in the hierarchy. If you're talking about the queen of the Sealy court, then basically demigod.
Don't piss off the queen. Gotcha.
I mean, if you even come in contact or interact with any of her underlings, then yeah, but even the chances of that are somewhat low.
Yeah, but it's still a possibility that I want to have in the back of my mind.
I mean, as far as I know, pretty much any creature either has their allegiances one way or the other. There's almost none that just are unaligned.
Be interesting.
I just hope that we don't run into another dragon. Though it seems to be our specialty. They're not very fun.
Seems like you might. Seems like you're able to handle yourself, though.
Oh, I want to make a comment, but I decided not to.
Shut your mouth.
Uh-huh.
Who hit me for 44 damage? Oh wait, it was you.
Not Esmar.
Oh, you're right.
No, yeah, it
It
wasn't
was,
me.
it was Rock Boy.
I want.
I
Yeah,
want to
no.
rock.
Rock Boy's the one that, who fucked up, wasn't me.
So what's the plan?
Yep. Well, what information do you guys want slash need? And I can just tell you, we can go into like kind of an out of character planning.
So I'm going to
more
assume the
so-
only real law of this world is be careful what you say.
I mean, as
Yeah,
far as
so-
we're aware, and there's
So
a
basically,
hierarchy and-
words have power. Careful what you say, especially talking with any kind of fae. I believe you were told that they love pranks, even if they would cause like great bodily harm. It's all like in the spirit of pranking, not malicious. Regardless
Is this,
of the
targeted
outcome.
more so
Regardless
against,
of the outcome.
outsiders from towards people not of this plane, or does it not matter?
I mean, you can have your best guess.
Fair enough.
Like, you're not super sure how they would interact with like you, versus maybe like a pixie, for example, interacting with you guys versus another pixie.
You probably don't see our type around very often, so they may be very curious and want to see what they could probably get away with when it comes with us.
I should not say what I was about to say. Um, fair enough. Sorry, what were you gonna say? Noah?
Um, pretty much whatever information we could get on like the orchestra and the was it the minstrel or maestro?
Maestro.
Maestro.
At least that's
And
what the
like
Grove Tender called him.
yeah, and like maybe how they operate on more of a fundamental level, I guess.
So, based on what the Grove Tender saw, which honestly was not much, he can tell you where it
Yeah.
is. He would probably tell you that the orchestra as a whole has an influence that draws people in and makes them stay, which is what happened to Uranus. He would tell you that it seems like the maestro is the one controlling it. And that the orchestra, like the pit, is kind of incorporeal, like not ghosts, but also not like fully tangible, not fully there.
Is there a way to like protect yourself? It'll make you less susceptible to their influences, I guess,
Probably.
from getting inside your head. Because if we're gonna go down there and things will be trying to get in our head, we want to be able to kind of
Give me an Arcana check.
I'm not a stranger with things inside my head.
Oh, I'm sure. Arcana.
Yep. Nope.
It's my worst.
I mean,
feat.
there are, but you have to roll a little
I'm
higher
not
than a
really-
4 for me to tell you.
Yeah, I'm not the Arcana type. My intellect's low.
I want to say I would pick the same thing, but like I just feel like that'd be too meta, so I'm just gonna stay quiet on that one.
Well, what I'm asking at that, like
I know what you're asking.
it being
Yeah.
when if me asking like that would be in person, like me asking the Grove Tender or them because they would know
Yeah.
more about it. Than me, but-
Yeah.
You would know more than pretty much any Grove Tender. You're more powerful than they are.
Oh well, yeah.
But like at this point, maybe like the first time you went to Tahana, they were more powerful, but you have surpassed them at this point.
Is there it doesn't say anything, but just double checking on the spell protection from good and evil. Are there any extra effects for casting at a higher level, or is it
No.
It only says one person.
Yep, it stays one person. Like you can cast at a higher level, it just doesn't do anything more.
Yeah. It also
Flex.
okay, it's only 10 minutes. That's unfortunate.
And it's also concentration.
Oh shoot. I can only use it. Well, I have for charms. I can help one person, but don't last for about 10 minutes. I can't really do much else.
I got nothing else.
Yeah, I don't have anything else. I really just wanted to see what information I missed in my notes for like the maestro or orchestra.
Yeah, seems like the maestro is controlling it. The orchestra, like the pit, the musicians themselves seem to not be fully tangible, and the orchestra, its effect makes people want to stay. That's pretty much all you get from the Grove Tender. And the maestro seems to be in charge.
Okay.
Okay. Alice says, "Is there any materials or anything like that that we might be able to muster up for you?"
Anything like a healer's kit or thieves' tools might be helpful.
Can definitely get you a healer's kit.
I have thieves tools. Don't worry.
Do you
about
have thieves' tools?
I have thieves tools. I have had them. For
Okay,
a
I didn't
very,
know if
very
anyone
long
had
Yeah,
thieves.
that has
I-
had thieves tools forever.
Oh yeah,
I
I
think
forgot
since
because y'all try your rolls.
almost
and
the
I
start of the
always
game.
use them.
I think you bought them
You-
back in Fandover
Yes.
Or you got them from that one lady.
or Fandolin, not Fandover. Fandolin.
Not that you would know.
Okay,
about it.
so healing kit.
Yeah,
Cheers. That's easy enough. It's in a city full of druids.
We
I
have any
figure.
Potions?
Yeah, like.
I don't have any potions.
Let's see.
I
Let
have
me
3 potions.
roll dice.
I have 3 potions on me currently, but they're basic healing potions.
Oh, that's not. Need to do slash first.
Nice.
They can offer you to make sure I get the right level of potion. Nope, that is the base one. Let me pull out the Dungeon Master's Guide. Actually, I can just look at the macro. Hooray for macros. They can offer you 3 greater healing potions, which is 4d4 plus 4.
Goodness.
For how much?
They're giving it to you.
They're just offering.
Good. I'll take it.
I mean, there's 3 of them, so do
Yeah,
with what you
I
will.
mean,
You
Asmore,
taking
how
all
are you on
3?
potions?
just,
Do
just,
what?
just start
How
drinking
are you
them.
on potions?
I have 1 greater healing potion.
The big thing to keep in mind is I have no way to heal myself.
Saying I already have 1
I-
greater healing potion, so
I think you should give 1 to Esmore and keep 2 for yourself. I have 3
That's what I
regular
was
potions
planning.
on me and healing, so
You have ways
As-
to heal yourself. Esmore, I believe, has ways to heal himself, but I
Cool.
think
So
lot
as
of
Esmore is getting 1 more greater and Vath is getting 2.
Yup, I'm gonna
I
assume they
think
weigh
that's
one.
Anything else you
Not
guys
that it
would
matters
like
to you.
/ need?
no. I'm trying to think of components and stuff, but hang on. Put that to it too. Oh wait, I'm an idiot.
I don't want to trade here, but I really want some exotic booze.
yeah. Literally, the only
Okay,
spell
well,
component
booze.
that I really need is diamonds, and
Just roll
Yeah,
a
that's-
d20 for me. Fortunately, I don't have it.
Yep. I
They-
didn't.
They,
figure.
they
I
were gonna
wasn't
have
getting my
it.
hopes
They're
up.
gonna have it if you rolled above a 15, 15 or above.
It's a good thing I wasted all my good rolls.
Meh. That's how that works.
I know it doesn't work that way. I'm not one of those dice people that, oh, you're rolling bad. I'm gonna throw you in dice jail. Like, oh, I have like 2 dice.
That's funny.
I don't need much more.
Cool. Anything else?
I think we're good.
All right.
Oh. Speaking of dice, I'm gonna roll one right now.
Asmore, you still need that agate?
No,
Okay.
I don't still need that agate.
Speaking of, did Oliver come with us?
Oliver's always with Esmore.
Yes, he's always with me.
Yeah, you left him when you did the dragon fight, and then you went back and picked him up.
I just didn't know for some reason if he would have made it through the portal or
Yeah,
not,
it's been
because
some
we had
quiet.
to do
He-
some really weird steps, and I don't think
he-
we have weasel socks.
I'm surprised.
He's
missed
also a
one.
creature, so
That's true.
They haven't met Oliver in forever. Oh, I gotta do that before we leave, I gotta be like, oh hey, it's Oliver.
I mean, you're still in.
We're in the presence currently.
I don't know
Yeah,
what we're doing.
you're
a
with Alice
discussion
right now.
thing. I'm gonna walk up to Alice and pull out Oliver and be like, hey, meet Oliver.
I know Oliver. And she like reaches out and like scratches his head. And you just hear Oliver go, and like you see his like head kind of like roll over to the side, and he like leans into the scratch, and just
Like she looks very like kind of confused.
I'll go, Oliver, don't be rude.
What? I'm not being rude. She's like, what did you do?
This
Like
the
I
best
said,
Esmore,
one
what
thing.
did you do?
Like I said, meet Oliver.
I'll pinch the bridge of my nose and say, well, this guy went on a
No.
very long journey for a certain rock so he could do this. The spell which I have no idea he learned, how he learned it, but he did it.
It took
Sure
me a
fucking know
long
why.
time to get this rock.
Well, I hope you put some thought into what this means.
Yeah, it means he's smarter than me, unfortunately.
I think that was the case.
it
even
means you
before
gave him
the bridge.
sentience. Like
Yeah.
he can make his own decisions, and after a while, he can just leave.
I mean, I'm not his dad or mother or anything,
I mean,
He's an adult weasel. If he wanted to leave, he could. I'd be very sad and I'd miss him a lot, but
Hey, as long as you're bringing the nice kibble.
I'll bring Nick. See, he's got very little needs.
He beat Esmore
Yes.
at chess.
Shut up. It was checkers.
that's
Chess.
not really an accomplishment.
Just-
Oh,
Checkers.
checkers. I'd be very surprised if you taught a weasel chess.
I don't even know how to play chess.
That's
Seems
where you
like
don't even know how to read it.
you and Oliver here are more similar than I thought.
She cracks
He's
a little
drinking some
smile.
water.
I'm not a weasel.
Man of few needs.
I just don't require much.
Hey, some people like low maintenance.
Are you saying I need a shower?
I mean, a
Well,
dip in the
my-
creek wouldn't hurt.
My spell
I
to
will-
clean you up may be effective. It doesn't hurt.
I'll look at Oliver and be like, "Were you
She
smelling that the
she
entire time?"
shoots you a side glance, Zine. But
I mean, sometimes he gets a stench.
So I show you something miraculous.
I think
made
he
a
prefers
weasel
manly
really
musk.
I made a weasel extremely smart, somehow turned this into my personal hygiene.
I mean, he might like the musk, but it's not so my style.
It doesn't matter what your style is.
It's true. You
Oh, I
haven't
know
taken a
that.
shower in a while.
I'm not trying to, attract you.
Man, Vath, I'm glad you're over there and not here.
You go through a lot of caves, okay? People start smelling weird.
I like mildew and fungus.
What do you think are in caves?
Old
I'm sure there's
socks.
plenty of mildew and fungus.
And we just got done killing a giant dragon. I haven't had the time and pleasure to hop into a stream.
I swear, next time we're in Neverwinter, we need to take you to a spa so you can take a bath.
Plus, when we came here,
Right.
we
He might need
Popped
to
up
clean
in
up
a damn
before the spa.
swamp.
I don't know if they'll let him in.
look. I'm pretty sure they smelled just as bad as me because when we came to the thing plane, we ended up in a swamp.
Oh, so you're blaming it on the swamp. Yeah, it's alright. Well,
Trying to help you
If-
guys.
I mean,
I'm just
I
gonna
don't
walk
know.
off. I'm walking away like a child, mumbling like I'm here to help people. And just,
when he walks away, I'm pull out.
I leave Oliver on the floor. I'm just walking like.
When he
You
walks
just
away,
see
I'm gonna-
Alice just like having a shit-eating grin, And like she reaches down, like picks up Oliver, says, she like holds him like around the middle, so he's like kind of limp noodle, and like holds him right up to her face. You take care of him, okay? He's like, all right. Oh, it's important, all right? Like kind of like gives him a little shake, and then like sets him down. Oliver goes running back after you guys more.
He smells just as bad as I do.
Pretty much no one heard you say that.
I'm mumbling to myself.
Yep. But I'm serious, be safe out there. You're one of the only few that are able to get us back. So, please do come back. For not just the sake of me, but the sake of the whole city.
We'll be back. And we'll get you all back. And this I'll swear. I'll
Wow.
make sure that it's my number one priority in the moment. At the moment.
Alright, well. Guess I'll see you off. And she walks with you guys leaving the chamber. And meet up with Esmore, just kind of mumbling to himself, just like leaning against the wall outside. So the entrance to the caves is about 2 days once you get out of the lake, which this lake is enormous because it's the size of the Neverwinter Wood. So it's 2 days once you get onto land again. And then the orchestra is about a day the opposite direction. Once you hit land, of course.
Sounds like fun.
Sorry, out of character, do either one of you have a grappling hook and regular rope? Because I only have silk rope.
You gave that back to me, didn't you?
I have
The regular
50
rope and
feet
stuff?
of hempen rope.
Okay. I don't have the grappling hook. It's out of my inventory, so.
Yes, I think you gave
I
that
think
back
you
to me,
guys
so-
might have lost it.
I am
Hang on,
pretty
I was
sure
like, I
we
think
did.
so, because I don't see it in my.
Yeah, I
see
feel like
grappling
you
hook
lost it in
inventory.
like White Plume
I-
Mountain or something like that.
I think we did.
I still see grappling hook in my inventory, but that's
I
like
mean,
way up
you
at the
can
top. So I may
you
not
can
just
easily
taken it
procure
out.
rope. You'll have to give me a d20 roll for a grappling hook.
Alright,
I do it. I'll do the d20.
sure.
Rig.
Go for it. Above a 12. 12 or higher.
Over 12.
Nope.
Wait, not getting a grappling hook.
No
guys.
grappling hook.
Hey, I
for you.
wasn't far off for one.
But you
Yeah,
can easily get silk rope actually.
And
The
just a
lighter
side
stuff.
note, when they were coming
Yeah.
out, see me mumbling to myself. I was also casting Duracraft on myself to make myself smell like lilac.
Okay. Very nice.
Is there like a strength difference between silk and hemp rope?
Silk is just
Okay.
lighter.
Oh, okay. I thought there was a strength difference was what I was asking.
No.
I would figure that too.
I mean, there can be if you want.
No, I'd rather not. But we don't have to. We're good. I'm good.
That's a good question though. Cool. Yeah, you know where they are. You just have to make the final decision onto which one you're going to go for. Caves or orchestra.
You want caves? I figure getting Uranus back would be part of the agenda of going to the orchestra.
Well, I thought he was towards the caves.
No.
No.
He's being charmed by the maestro.
Oh, then that one.
He is still at the orchestra, as far as you know.
Yeah, there's some sort of influence that keeps people there.
I'm not
But if
easily
we-
influenced.
Say that till a charm comes your way.
Yeah, human boy.
I at least have advantage on charms, so
Right.
that helps. That's what I'm booking on, and then I just throw the protection from evil and good on to Esmar, since he can also heal and he's tanky.
I
Yeah.
forgot I bought 3 of these.
Free of what?
The special things I had made for me.
I honestly
Oh,
don't remember
yeah.
what that is.
I remember.
Okay.
Oh no! Oh
The flashbangs.
yeah,
Oh, that's right.
the 3
That's right.
flashbang.
That
Yeah.
crazy
It's
ass
like a
looking,
mason jar
guy.
filled with like this mostly transparent liquid that's like kind of viscous.
With that from that crazy ass
Yeah, from the apothecary.
what kind of yeah, the apothecarian,
Yeah.
which surprisingly reminded me a lot of myself, which is weird.
Crazy Einstein hair, kind of. Cool. Let's go ahead and take a break. You guys could make your final decision and start making plans.
Yeah.
Oh, be right back. All right. So the map is roughly similar, except the forest is water. So, and you're smack dab in the middle of it, on like Tahano is floating.
How do we get down?
Some of the grove tenders can take you in a boat,
Yeah, but would be nice.
or you could use magic to fly.
I don't know if Asmore's ever been on a boat before. Hopefully you don't get seasick.
It's like a enormous. It's like a great. It's like one of the Great Lakes. It's not like the
It'd be
ocean.
really funny
Doesn't
if
really
Vath got
have.
seasick.
I don't know, we'll see. So boat.
Yeah, I figure the regulars travel there and then
Save our spells and that kind of stuff, just in case.
All right.
yeah. It's a new land with new things to learn. And it can be particularly deadly.
It's about
Granted, any land can
a
be.
day's travel to get off of the lake.
That's
Just
the case,
rowing.
I'm a rapid spell.
Being like high in the central main tree, you can see the coastline in the far distance in like this kind of weird twilight that is the Feywild. Like the sun's always not quite setting, not quite rising, kind of in that weird dawn dusk lighting. Yeah, so someone roll a d20, see what happens on the water.
My last D20 was
I want to do it. I
awful.
want to do it.
I was saying this
Yeah,
Okay.
I was about to say.
I'm gonna roll
We've all been
terribly.
itching to roll
19!
dice.
It's kind of hard to tell time because you don't have the sun to rely on. You just have to go by pretty much how tired you are.
It's kind of hard for me.
You do see like lantern lights in the far distance, just like kind of bobbing over the water. You can see some like dip into the water and like extinguish. And you do see some birds that you would probably recognize, flitting around your boat and going and skimming the water, collecting bugs or small fish. It's really peaceful as you row through. All of you give me a perception check.
Ah, yes, I have infamous
I
for
don't-
having great
I don't
rolls
have
on this.
sunlight sensitivity for this, do I? In the Feywild?
I'm gonna say no. I don't think you would. Even though it is still light outside.
Yeah.
Doesn't really matter. He's still rolling natural one.
No.
I rolled a 19.
I'm distracted by the scenery.
Yeah. You're like trying to follow the birds.
You're Esmoring it over there.
Yeah. Vath especially, but Esmore as well. Esmore, you can kind of like look over the side. You can kind of see maybe a shape in the water, and like you like blink and like you can't really make it out anymore. You're like, maybe it's nothing. Vath, you see Esmore looking over, and you look down. And you can clearly see just this fucking enormous fish. Not a whale, but like a
Like a salmon?
20-foot bass.
Oh my god.
Jesus. So the last
and
fish my dad caught.
you just see
Holy
it
shit.
slowly in the same direction you're going, just slowly underneath your boat. You can see its body doing like a serpentine pattern as it continues and eventually disappears in the water in front of you.
All right, I think I'm gonna lay off the alcohol for a bit. I've been drinking a bit too much.
Well, I'm gonna look at that. Be like, you got a fishing pole?
There's no way we're taking that out of the water.
Things are looking at birds like, huh?
That thing's like 20 feet long.
You feel the
Alright.
boat kind of jolt and rock a little bit, and then a second later you can see the very tip of its tail just cutting through the water.
See what I
Man,
mean?
if I had a couple spells prepared, we'd have a hell of a dinner.
You fucking feed a whole village.
Yeah,
Magic fish.
because I can control water and like somehow beach the bastard. A
And
beached
my ass.
bass. Hell yeah.
Sure.
You enjoying yourself over there, Scene?
I'm just enjoying the view.
Yeah, so are we.
It's not often daytime's this pleasant.
Not often you see a 20-foot fish.
Being's like a 20-foot what now?
Huh?
20. What?
I swear, half the time Zed looks at Esmore and Bath, I imagine she's just like, they imagine them as like two stoners.
Basically.
Talk
It's
about.
just like some of the
Holy
like
shit.
every time like I don't see something, it's normally something like big or important or like could be dangerous or ridiculous, and then just you what?
I'm looking at potential lunch.
Lunch.
Anyways,
I don't think a 20-foot anything is potential lunch.
It could be, if you put, your mind to it. It'd be lunch for a few weeks.
I don't feel like being lunch.
No one
Hey.
asked you, Oliver.
You can like feel him stretch in your hood. And like goes back to like being curled up.
You can't say fish doesn't sound good, Oliver.
Mm.
It's fine. Lazy ass.
He's just a weasel.
And you're just a shrewd, but we don't bring that up.
All
Pixie's
right.
is-
So should we worry about this fish?
I can't tell if it's. Can I tell if it's like circling us to, like how a fish will kind of stare at it like a lure before it
Give
bites at it?
me I guess an perception or insight check.
Do insight? I never do insight. Should probably do it
It-
more often.
It seems like that it was just a coincidence that you're in its path. It seems to have no interest in whatever you guys are.
We
Yeah.
don't have anything to worry about.
just no.
You can just see the tip of its tail just slightly cutting through the water, barely even leaving a wake. 300, no, 400. Like it's
How-
moving. It moves quick.
How
It
big is
seems
the
like
boat we're
it seems
in?
like it's not really putting any effort into moving that fast.
How big is the boat we're in?
It's like a rowboat. Like it's not huge.
So a lot
Um,
smaller than 20 feet.
Yeah, it's maybe 14 to 16 feet long.
Noted. Where it's toothpick. Gotcha.
Cool. You're on the water for a long time. And Dahano just gets smaller and smaller. It's really odd seeing this island of old growth, tall trees in the middle of this just it's almost glassy how smooth this lake is. and it's just an expanse of water. And about 2 hours later, you're all pretty tired, all taking turns rowing, and you make landfall. You're analogous somewhere over here.
And we had two of the rope tenders with us.
Yeah, they were just going to get you to land, and then they're gonna head back. And then you're on your own.
Oh, so they'll have enough time to make it back.
They'll probably stay the night with you guys, and then head back whenever
Okay.
you wake up. So you currently have 2 with you.
Okay.
Want to set up bubble? I was saying set up camp, just set up bubble.
Well, it's not quite a bubble anymore.
Set up mini hut.
I'll start. Shoot, that's the wrong thing. I want to read the description again.
Have you used this yet since you got
Nope.
it?
Nope.
Not once. It's I only have one 7th level spell slot.
Yeah. Tell me what you're doing right now.
All right,
I'm
so I
expecting a
will.
bubble, so I'm waiting for a bubble.
Yeah, and yeah, what does it look like casting this thing?
So, Zine reaches into her bag and she pulls out. Uh, it's it says a carved portal. Is that like a door frame kind of
Yeah,
thing?
yeah.
Like
Essentially. It can be like an
um,
arch, it can be a door frame. Anything
put-
that is,
yeah.
yeah.
She'll pull out this small little ivory arch door frame, and she'll place it on the ground and put a small marble next to it. And oddly enough, next to a small little silver spoon, and she'll kind of crouch down and tap the spoon on the door frame, and uh, the like the purple magenta hue that her spells normally have just kind of wisp off the spoon and suck into the door frame, and it starts to expand.
And it grows and grows until it's a full-size door, like door frame, that ivory arch, and there's a door in it.
Not a bubble.
I
I
mean,
think you'll find
evidently.
this a lot more comfortable. And
Yeah,
I'll
like
open up the door and make my way inside.
Okay.
Allowing the people with us
Yeah,
entrance.
of course. The Grove Tenders kind of look at you two and like look at each other and then just kind of shrug, and then they walk inside.
I'm gonna look at Vath and be like, and she says I'm full of surprise. And I'll walk through the door.
I'm gonna walk in.
What do they see?
Okay, this is where you're gonna have to forgive me. I am not good at interior decorating, and I don't know all the stuff about like old buildings. When you enter, there seems to be a more dimly lit, polished tile floor, and your direct view is a center staircase that reaches into the second story, where you can see rooms on the side. A hallway, there are 2 hallways under the stairs that extend further, showing more rooms available. And before the staircase, there's 2 massive, just like not rough worked, but like more of a textured like pillar, 2 pillars that reach up to the ceiling. That's a domed, almost like a cathedral like. And then there'll be another to the right of the first pillar, a larger set of double doors. Or inside you can see like a big dining room table that could fit quite a few people. It's dimly lit. Just because I don't like the sunlight too much. And that's generally what you see. Kind of like marbled out interior.
You two, Esmore and Vath, give me a perception check.
I'll get much better inside eventually.
Both of you notice just this like platter kind of float towards you, and it has like 3 crystal glasses that seems to have like wine in them. And it just floats over and just like kind of hovers next to you.
I'll take one and grab a sip.
I'll look at Vath and be like, it must feel nice when the alcohol comes to you, isn't it?
You look over
I'm
your
more
shoulder
of a-
and you can see that the Grove Tenders also have glasses, but they haven't drank it. They're just so confused.
I'm more of a beer kind of guy myself.
Well, I can
You
handle
finish-
that, and I'll clap like a little. I don't know if the mic picked it up or not, but I did clap.
You probably
Yeah,
have
no.
noise canceling on. But there's a frothing mug that comes out of the room where the enormous dining table is, and comes out and is just floating in front of you, as if held by an invisible force.
I'll take it.
I'll
It's a
turn
large-
to
It's a large crystal stein.
I'll turn to the Grove Tenders. You can take any of the rooms over to the left. While you're here, you'll be safe. Nothing can breach into this dimension, so to speak, without my approval. So make yourself comfortable and
They're both
There's
just kind of
plenty of
wide-eyed,
food
just
and
like
drink.
kind of staring at you, and then like they just kind of nod. One of them like takes a sip of wine, like kind of scrunches his face a little bit, and then just like they both just kind of like wander off in the direction that you pointed them to.
Look at Zane and be like, you are obviously not a people person.
It's so
mean,
far
it's
beyond what
rather-
any of them have seen, and
Yeah,
also they're probably
it's-
on the younger side for Grove Tenders, so.
It's not so much of a people person thing, but more of a. I mean, you've never seen this till today.
No, but I've seen my fair share of crazy shit.
Just think of. This is what the bubble used to be. Or not used to be, that's poorly worded. This is our new bubble. It works the
There's
same way, only
something-
now the floor is safe.
There's something so bad I want to do. Something you haven't seen yet.
Why do I? Whenever we hear that, something bad happens.
It's
Yeah,
so. Hang on. Question before I do this in the morning. Oh, it'd be a good wake up call. I'm gonna save it for the morning. I'm just gonna hope for the best and hope that whatever happens to this place can be reversed when you redo it again.
Do these
oh, by
doors
the
have
way,
locks?
if you. Yes, they have locks. Also, if you
Lock.
leave anything
Ah.
sitting around, whenever the spell cancels out, it will be forcefully shot outside of the door. So make sure you have your belongings on you before we get pelted with them.
Yeah, especially after I'm done in the morning. And as I say that, I'm like, so where's my room?
You can take whichever one you like. I mean, next time I can make one with your name on it if you so wish. One more specifically catered to you.
I mean, you're offering.
It was just my first time casting such a spell, it takes a lot out of me. Which is why it's a end of day if available thing. But if it is unavailable, then I can't keep us safe at night. So, unless one of you dies, then I have to bring you back.
Yeah,
We should have it.
I will take the room furthest from Esmore's.
I guess that means Esmore has to pick first.
I want, no, wait. Pick first for what?
Oh,
For
just
the
what room
rooms?
you're in.
Pick first for a room.
Oh.
There's several doors on this first floor on the left-hand side of the staircase.
I'll just pick the closest one to me.
Okay.
For now, just not being pretty picky right now, so.
What does the inside of the bedroom look like?
Oh, I forgot to think that far.
Nice.
Inside of the rooms is I'll just say on the floor there's a large rug that is underneath a fair-sized bed, like king size bed, I guess. Nothing much or too fancy about it. There's like a dresser that would have a mirror on it in there, and a nightstand, and nothing too ridiculous.
Nice. Whenever you step inside the room, a silk robe floats over and just like waits there, just open.
This is weird.
Esmore's not used to being pampered.
Get used to it.
What am I supposed to do? Get naked? Don't have to ask me twice. I'll strip down, put on the robe.
Okay, you start pulling off your like
I did not close the door.
leather armor.
Scallop.
Zine and Vath, what I guess Vath, you picked the farthest room all the way at the end of the hall.
Yes.
How many
wanna bring
rooms
that
are
one
there on
with
this
me.
left side, Zine?
On the left side, 5 on the bottom, 5 on the top.
Okay. So you go all the way down the hall, pick the last room over there. Are all the rooms the same, or do they look any different?
They're the same for now.
You open into an identical room, and as you step in, you see a wardrobe open and a white silk robe drift out and float towards you. Open, just ready for you to put on.
I'm just gonna look at it for a few seconds. White's not my color.
It goes back into the closet and comes out with a like a navy blue.
That's a bit better, yeah. I guess I'll just put it on. I'm keeping my clothes on. I'm not
Okay.
pulling Esmore.
It's really soft. And Zine,
Don't
what are
know
you
what
doing?
you're missing.
Zine will also head up to her room, which is on the top right. There's just a single door over there. And it's a little bit bigger. I mean, it's my room. It's going to be the best one.
Certainly.
I'm gonna look at Beth, be like, she's not gonna like being on the top floor in the morning.
And then, other than that, I'd say there's like a bookshelf in that room. Maybe a desk.
Nice. And same thing for you. Your wardrobe opens in a like a deep purple with like blue trimming, kind of floats out towards you.
That was nice.
She'll undress and take the robe and get ready for bed.
I'm gonna sneak over to the bath real quick and ask him a question.
You hear a knock on your
Door is
door.
currently locked. I'm gonna say it's open.
I try the door.
The door's locked.
Ah, gotcha. What do you want?
I'll try to warn you. I can't remember if you have rope on you or not.
I have rope on me, yes.
In the morning, make sure you are strapped in tight.
Can you tell me why first?
Nope. Then I walk away.
Um, fair enough, I guess.
Is Esmore's robe open?
Yes.
That's what I
The
thought.
door is closed during all of this, by the way. He
Okay,
didn't-
I
we're
just
talking
imagine
through the
Esmore's
door.
walking around completely naked with an open robe.
Yes,
That's exactly what's happening.
running over to everyone he sees. Look at this.
What color is my robe?
Yours is white.
Ah, it's fine.
Same
like
as,
it.
or same as the first one that Vath was going to receive.
Okay, I'll head back to my room and try and get some sleep as fast as possible because I want to be the first one awake.
Pat is going to be reading through his book.
Of rocks?
No.
Okay. Zine, are you doing any nightly rituals?
I'll message Lindell or
Okay.
sending.
Go for it.
I'll say if this reaches you, might you know of something called the Maestro, or about its charming capabilities out here in the Feywild? That's it. I can't think of anything else for the next 2 words.
I assume you're talking about the orchestra. Per our last conversation. Seems like he's the man in charge. With the power of the pit, it's probably pretty powerful. Just be careful.
And then otherwise a message to Alice saying we made it to shore safely and all the regular little essentially like reports like I had been giving about what's going on in our safety and stuff.
Please be careful out there. I don't really know what's out there, but we need you to come back. I need you to come back. In the message.
Alright, that's all I got. That thing we had previously discussed, I'll figure something out about it. What I wanted to do with it.
You'll have to DM me because I honestly don't remember. It's been so long. Alright, you all have a full night's rest. Probably the most rested you have been in a long time.
I'm about
Cool.
to ruin it.
So that's just reading the entire night.
Oh yeah, because you don't have to sleep.
Yep.
The bed's hella comfortable.
Yes. It's a very comfy chair.
I mean, he doesn't have to sleep, but can he? Like, will
can choose
himself
to,
to
yeah.
sleep? Okay.
I don't though.
Yeah. He can choose to
I'm
sleep,
very
he just,
engrossed in my book.
doesn't. Yeah, he's learning the secrets of the universe over there.
Yes.
Okay, it is morning. You hear through your door just a distant bell. You see even though your door is locked, Vath, you see a steaming mug of something. Same with you, Esmore, and Zine as well. It's just floating next to your bed as you wake up or look up from reading.
What is it?
There is no response.
Fuck it. YOLO. I guess Wrath will take it.
And Zine will
It's
take
really
hers and
nice
drink
one.
from it.
It's delicious.
And get dressed and head down to the dining area.
While Dean's getting dressed, I would like to do something.
The mug is still floating next to the bed.
It's gonna be useless here in a second, anyway.
Okay.
I'm
Beth,
going to-
you take a sip. It's the perfect temperature. It's well made. It's an excellent I don't fucking know tea. Earl Grey, I guess. I don't know. Zine, what's the drink of choice out here? They'd all be what you drink in the morning.
Yeah,
Ideally.
just an Earl Grey.
Okay. It's slightly sweetened with honey. All right, Esmore. What devious plan have you cooked up?
I'm going to cast reverse gravity.
Oh my god.
Is your door open?
No.
Okay. Let me look at the spell.
Why would you cast such a spell? We're probably going into combat,
So-
dude.
50-foot radius, 100-foot high.
Oh, centered on a
You hit
point
the
within
ceiling.
range. You don't even have to see it? What the fuck? What kind of spell is that? You always have to see it. Oh well. Where is it centered? It can be 100 feet in any direction. You have seen, of course, your room. You know where Vath's room is.
The
You
center of...
basically know where the foyer is, and you can get all the way to the dining room if you want to.
I just want to hit like the middle where it hits at least Zine's bedroom.
You don't
Okay.
know where it is, though.
We'll probably hit Bath's bedroom, which is why I told him to strap down.
Okay. Let's see. Yeah, all three of you give me a dexterity save.
Jesus Christ.
The 50-foot radius is fucking huge.
Yeah.
I'm going to luck this.
Oh no.
What's your save DC?
Shit.
I
failed.
It's like 17, 18.
Yeah.
You have to roll it too, Esmore.
Oh, sorry.
Dex save.
I'm trying to move my mouse.
Oh no, we have the Grove Tenders with us.
Oh no, I didn't.
Yeah.
I forgot about them. They're gonna be even
okay.
more in shock.
Zine, you're about to walk into the dining room, and out of the corner of an eye, you notice that your tea is starting to drift upwards in your cup, and then you feel like your stomach like drop out, and you start falling upwards, but you manage to catch the top of the doorframe, letting go of your tea, and it smashes against the dome ceiling far above you. Esmore, you slam into the ceiling, you take 1d6 damage. Vath, you as well get sent straight into the ceiling.
Well, I told him to just strap down.
He clearly
I don't
didn't.
know
He
if
rolled a
did or not.
6.
Oh.
So Esmore, you take 2 damage. Vath, you take 4 points of damage. Zine, you gotta look inside the dining room. It looks like the Grove Tenders are just outside the radius, as
Oh, thank God.
a whole spread of breakfast food just gets sent to the ceiling, and but leaving half the table untouched. The table itself is anchored to the ground, luckily. The chairs get sent to the ceiling. Yeah, y'all's rooms are messes. Esmore, give me a concentration check because you did take damage.
That's
It's a
Constitution. correct?
Constitution save. Yeah.
Oop.
And
Oh shit!
and you all
So
immediately
stupid.
fall back to the ground, taking another 1d6 points of damage. Esmore, you take 5 points of damage. And Vath, you take 6 points of damage. Zine, you're not high enough to take fall damage. You're like 5 feet off the ground. But you fall back down, landing. The shards of your cup come raining down. There's just a cacophony of plates and platters and all sorts of mugs and things falling from the ceiling in the dining room.
The camera knows me. I'm thinking, that was weird, wasn't it?
You see
peek my
Esmore
head
step
into
out
the-
and he's like...
I'm
you can
still in
see
my
into the
robe.
room and it's just a disaster in there.
I'll check on the grove tenders, like poke my head in the door. Is everybody all alright?
I don't know. They're just like sitting there, just like one's like holding a croissant, and they're just like staring because suddenly everything just flew towards the ceiling for no apparent reason.
I know you said they were young. How old do these grove tenders seem to be?
They're probably around maybe 35, 40.
Okay.
Like, you have to be experienced to be a grove tender, but they're probably the youngest ones you have seen.
Alright. Well, as long as you're fine, I don't know who did it, but it was Esmore or Vath, that's for sure. Ignore them.
All
I'm
right.
going to leave my room.
You unlock your door, step out. The main hall is seemingly untouched, except for the shards of porcelain that cover the ground, as well as you see occasional drips coming from the ceiling. And you see the dining room is just a fucking disaster. Seems like there was a really good spread of food, but half of it's just gone. And you can see that pieces are slowly, like invisibly being picked up, and plates are being moved and being taken away very slowly.
That's a really big mess.
I'm gonna walk out of my room.
Zine,
Look
give
at
me
the
give me an insight check.
Okay.
Like a puppy that knows they've done something wrong. That's kind of the perception you're getting off of Esmore. Esmore, you feel like you're so smooth. No way she could suspect.
No way. She's never seen that spell. She know I can do that.
Keep in mind that they're calling out to, looking at Esmore, but calling out to the two of them, knowing who it was. Keep in mind there are other people here, and it's probably a story that's going to be told.
Like as if this is my fault.
I only dream of figuring out whose fault this was.
Give me a deception
Oh,
check.
only you knew.
Unfortunately, we may never find out.
You want me to give a deception
Yeah,
check?
please.
God.
Zine doesn't know it's you somehow.
I'll be like, all I'm gonna say is, we may never know who did this. Maybe it was nobody. It could have been just like maybe your spell went wrong or something, you know?
Maybe it was the spell.
Yeah,
I'll have to look into it, I guess.
yeah. I would do that, you know.
First time
We gotta be
casting,
sleeping.
sometimes there's issues.
And we gotta be sleeping here, you know, we can get hurt and stuff. You gotta think about your guests when people are over. You can't be putting them in danger like that, you know?
I'll keep that in
It's
mind.
irresponsible, you know?
Esmer, you hear a whisper in your ear. What the fuck was that? I was
Yeah.
sleeping, and suddenly I'm covered in tea and on the ceiling. You didn't think to warn me?
I'll have to...
Asshole.
That's crazy.
You have a living entity with you now.
A
You
sentient one.
must remember that. Gotta know about it.
You
He
can
was
give you
asleep
shit
when I
too.
did it.
Remember, your charm only lasts so long.
It's a whole month, so we'll see.
It's just every time Esmore does something, it pans out to him with a little notepad, putting a tally on the pros and cons.
Yeah, right.
Can't get a good night's sleep. Con.
Catapulted towards ceiling. Con.
Covered in tea and other mysterious liquids. Con.
I don't know.
Man,
Uh,
what
Wins
about
at-
in the
might
pro
be,
section?
Can win at
Depends
checkers.
on what the mysterious liquids are.
I don't know. That's why they're mysterious.
It's true. All
Just
right.
like what happened in this house. It's like a damn mystery.
You all eventually go and have some breakfast. It is everything is perfectly cooked, and any breakfast item you could possibly want is here. It looks like enough food to feed at least 100 people.
Does this stuff just restock itself? Like,
Pretty much. It's just here. It's part of the spell. But I assure you, it is real, though you can't take it out of here. In fact, anything you try to steal that was created from this, or take out of this mansion, will just disappear.
But
what,
make
what,
sure you
what,
put
what if
back
you
your.
what if you digest something, like you eat something and you walk out, wouldn't it just disappear out of your stomach?
I don't
It's a
know
fair
the
question.
specifics. It's
It's
a
a
fair
fair
question, but I
question.
don't know the specifics. But
I need to ask something.
yes,
Is Esmore still wearing the robe?
Yeah.
just naked.
It's open.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm just gonna keep to myself.
I'm surprised the grove tenders haven't said anything.
They're in the dining room. We're in the foyer.
So, how long does the spell last?
12 hours?
It's
Question
24.
mark. 24 hours.
Fair enough.
So if worse comes to worse, if we were to have to run, the door will still be here. And nothing but a creature I give permission to can enter.
Good.
But it's a small safe haven. I basically have a place to live at all times. Even without a physical house or address. Wherever I wish.
That means you won't have to be homeless anymore.
Well, I'm not truly homeless. I do have a place I can go to.
So, what's the
I
plan?
hope we can meet him soon. It'd
Real
be nice.
quick, Zine,
Yes.
can I ask a favor?
Shoot.
Can you send a message for me?
I wish you had told me last night. Oh, what's the
I
message?
didn't think about it. It's going to Alphonse.
Okay.
Can you just tell him that I talked to Varys and that everything went great.
What happened to Alphonse, anyways? He just kind of left.
Yeah, he left.
Can I do an inside check?
Please.
That sounded so fucking sus.
Yeah, like
Can I-
there's
can I make-
definitely more to that story.
Can I at least make a deception? to try and
Sure.
counter that?
Yeah,
Fit.
that's
Very
fair.
sus.
You deserve it. There's definitely more to that story.
Just up and left, huh?
That's exactly what happened. He turned into a
Bull.
bird and flew away.
Uh-huh. What happened before that?
We talked.
I believe that much.
Cool. Tell you later.
Anyways.
At this point, Zine's tired of holding a hand in front of Esmore's person, and will turn for the breakfast that's been prepared.
Okay. The room
What time?
is
I would recommend you get dressed.
the room is
As she walks away.
mostly clean. There's still like chunks of bread and egg, and there's like some chorizo over there, and you know,
I just
patty
love the thought of
sausage over
like
here.
I
Pretty
love
sure
the thought
there's
of
stuff to the ceiling.
medieval
There are
times
stuff stuck to
fantasy
ceiling.
as
Yeah.
chorizo.
Chorizo's delicious. What do you want from me?
No, it's great. Chorizo's great. I eat it all the
Esmore,
time.
your armor and clothing floats up next to you as you're staying in the foyer.
I'll grab it and I go, oh, I'll dress after I eat. Don't want to get my clothes all
I
dirty.
don't need this.
It drifts back to the room you were staying in.
I'm gonna turn to the Grove Tenders, just straight turn around facing them and be like, let's eat, boys.
I'm surprised though, Esmore. You're smaller than I expected.
I have far worse spells.
So do I. So do I.
Roll a d6 divided by 2.
One.
I got you. Oh, there you go.
Max length. All right.
You rolled a 1d3.
A
Uh,
d6
The
divided by 2.
Yes.
That's
Crazy
funny.
how math works.
Yeah, but then you can't get halves this way, and every little bit counts.
Yeah.
That's whatever. The Grove Tenders just like stay silent. They're like looking at you, looking at each other, still eating that croissant.
They're probably thinking they killed a dragon.
Like, this is Varys's protege?
These are the people supposed to save our people.
These are
Right.
the people that saved Neverwinter.
Yeah,
We're gonna be stuck here forever.
yeah. They're like, ah, fuck.
Is that the A-team vibe?
Just sneeze. Shoot! Fucking fireball into the corner.
Like, some of the breakfast food and chairs are scorched.
Poor Grove Tenders.
Like a fire starts to build up and it like invisibly starts to like get patted out.
I'm like, it's a bit chilly in here, and I cast a extra flame, and I walk around. That's I'm like on fire.
Stop
Best
it.
use of a 5th level spell slot I've ever had.
You're
Yeah,
just
my freaking reverse
wreathed in
gravity-
flame right now.
Oh, I was joking. I actually wouldn't do that. I was sarcastic.
I just imagine. Okay, I don't question him.
I ain't freaking casting that. I have 1 6th level spell. That's a 6th level spell.
Hey, I'm
Alright.
just I'm assuming everything you're saying is what
Oh,
you're doing.
no, I
You
was
fucking
being
cast reverse
hypothetical.
gravity earlier.
Yeah, that's my 1 7th level spell.
God
Yeah, I
damn.
know what it was.
Did you actually cast Fireball too?
Bucket, yeah.
Okay, cool. Just making sure. Yeah.
Before we waste any more spell slots.
Huge fireball. Like another half of what's left of the food is just scorched and burnt. The chairs get like a skidding across the room. Some things are on fire that slowly get put out by invisible hands.
guess since
Grotins
I
are
did-
just like,
I guess since I did say Vesture Flame, I guess I will have cast it.
Okay,
I'll be fair about
you're
it.
wreathed in flame.
I mean, I'm just in a robe, so I'm cold.
Yeah, you're not
Open
cold
robe.
anymore.
Getting
Nice
kind of
and
That
chilly.
robe is just
The robe is fine.
these poor grove tenders, man.
Yeah, they're like, oh my god. Never seen
This is-
anything so chaotic and so powerful in my life.
This is how we get the rumor of we're actually bad guys. We're people not to be messed with because we just emanate a ridiculous magical presence all the time.
Using powerful spells just for like little mundane things.
Just for the meme.
Yeah.
Cool. Eventually you all sit down and eat what's left. And by the time you're done eating, the room is mostly clean except for what's on the ceiling.
I burned the table and stuff.
Uh,
I didn't think
like
about that.
it tries to catch on fire, but it very quickly gets put out by something invisible.
Those things will work today.
Yeah, like a spark will like shoot off of you and like start a little fire over here on like a cloth napkin. And it very quickly like gets patted out.
I just imagine there's at least a good 20 or so of the invisible servants just surrounding him.
Oh, at least. Most of them are in this room right now.
Probably.
Cool. Is there anything else you would like to do in this magnificent mansion?
I don't know. I think I pretty much destroyed as much as I feel like. So
Okay. Eventually, your investiture of flame extinguishes.
Put on some clothes now.
yeah, I guess so.
Guess so.
No comment. Just already done. We've barely been awake for an hour.
It's been a good hour. You know, we had breakfast and and some weird tea that I didn't get to try for some strange reason. They just
Shot into the sky.
yeah.
Crazy. Well, I did.
I completely
those
forgot how
buggers.
great it is to have a plus 15 deception.
It's insane. This is bananas.
Yeah.
31, like, you could say anything,
Yeah.
right, pretty much, and people would at least like think about it.
Yet even when I had good deception when we first met up with Alice and I just nat one.
So good.
Oh man. Sometimes the lore writes itself.
It's excellent. All right.
I
Yeah,
go get dressed.
You go put your clothes back on. The grove tenders quietly make their way outside and like nod towards you and wish you good luck for stepping
Wish-
outside.
Safe travels. And you don't have to necessarily repeat anything you saw. They're
I don't
they're a
know
bit
if
wild.
I don't know if I could repeat it if I tried.
What will be there to repeat?
At least I'll believe you.
I'm sure Alice would too.
No, she wouldn't bat an eye about it. She'd be like, "Ah, yeah, sounds about right."
Yeah. I think she'd know.
But
She'd get it.
good luck.
Then to you.
And they both turn around and The boat's still there, luckily. And they hop in and start their journey off.
Goodness, what a morning!
Yeah.
So morning you'll never forget.
Morning they'll never forget.
So Esmore, did casting that spell work as planned?
I don't know what you're talking about. And I just start walking away. Although I'll kind of whisper to him, I told you to strap down.
Oh, my bad.
When he's gone to change, I'll whisper to Beth. I don't think he realizes I know he's the one who did it.
Oh, I figure. He's not the brightest.
Not that. She's a good liar.
It's
That's fair.
that is very fair.
I feel like Vath knows that Z knows just out of instinct at this point.
Yeah.
I would think.
Oh,
I would
It's
think-
like, yeah, she knows.
I mean,
actually, I would
maybe
like to
if we
think that
had
because of that deception, I would think that even Vath would have believed that Zine didn't know until just now.
Yeah, he's just playing it off. Vath's a good liar too.
Yes.
You gotta remember, we're both
It's just
charisma
kind
characters.
of normal at this point.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, she
Yeah.
knows.
I'm in my room getting dressed, like I got away with it, scot free.
You're like, fuck yeah.
Oh, your
Cool.
time is coming.
Alright, you get dressed and you all reconvene.
Danny, I do have a question.
Uh-huh.
On the logistics or the like mechanical part of the hat of disguise that I have,
Mhm.
can I make myself look like non-corporeal, or is it?
So the spell is disguise self.
Yeah.
That's what allows you to cast. So basically whatever that spell says.
Okay. I'll read up on it.
Look different. You can see him 1 foot shorter or taller, appear thin, fat, somewhere in between. You can't change your body type. You must adapt a form that has the same basic arrangement of limbs. Otherwise, the illusion's up to you. So, yes.
What? You can just
In other words.
borrow
Awesome.
my tiara or my circlet.
Yeah, you can seem semi-translucent.
Okay.
You obviously can't make yourself invisible, but
Yeah. No, that wouldn't be. That'd be way too busted.
Gordon, what time do you have to leave?
It's only 9:25 right
Yeah.
now, so
we're gonna play for maybe another 30 minutes.
Fair
We're
enough.
done. Cool. So, the Grove Tenders have pointed you in the right direction and landmarks to look for. So you'll have advantage on your survival checks getting there.
I am going to cast guidance on Esmore.
You feel a strange confidence wash
Okay.
over you.
Shall we be on our way?
you should.
As we're going about, I'll tell Esmer about that message. If I can still cast it by the end of the day, I will, but there is a chance you won't get it. At least not until we're on the same plane. And the more spells we have coming into this, the better off we are.
I mean, I understand.
But I'll keep it in mind.
Okay.
At least it's good news.
Yeah. Forgot that Z knows exactly what's going on.
Yeah, I just kind of didn't speak up or make eye contact whenever you were getting grilled by that. All right, that's all I have until otherwise travel ensues.
Cool.
Alright.
Who is leading the charge?
I
That would
assume
be me.
Esmore.
Yep.
Alright, go
Spearheading
ahead
this venture.
and roll a survival check. And you can add that d4.
I'm not
With
gonna do that.
advantage.
I'm not gonna
Yeah, you have
do it.
advantage and you have an extra d4.
I say I have a plus.
Might as well use it to use it.
Yeah, it'll only
I
last a
mean-
minute, so.
Yeah, I might as well use it. D4.
Nice.
So
26.
A good map.
Yeah, you guys make pretty good headway. Go ahead and roll just a d20 for me.
D20.
You can hear distant music. Not like orchestral music, but like there's like a just like people randomly coming together with instruments and playing together. Like there's a very distant party. And it's somewhat in the direction that you need to head.
Y'all want to try and go around that noise or see what it is?
Well, that would be what we're looking for.
We
Is it
don't
not?
know. One way to find out.
This be a scene, an appropriate situation for me to mask up, just in case.
I'm gonna cast Pass Without a Trace.
Okay.
Just in case.
Sure, Bath.
Huh?
I said sure. We're unsure when trouble will ensue.
I am going to mask up then.
Okay. You pull on the mask.
I still don't know what that thing does extra.
I say we quietly make our way towards the noise.
Agreed.
Yeah, I'd assume at this point we're like stealthing up to where we can.
Yep. So all of
Yeah,
you
Get a
give me
view.
a stealth check with a +10. Pass without trace.
I used my luck too, I'm pretty sure, unless we got a fucking short rest at some point.
I wouldn't.
I
Think we
mean,
had.
you used your luck on the reverse gravity.
Would us eating breakfast count as a short rest?
Actually, yeah, probably it would.
Warlock things. Get your stuff
Did-
back.
Just warlock things, yeah. Cool. All
I get my
above
wild goose
20.
back on
Nice.
this rest, though.
Yeah,
I don't
you
wanna get
guys
caught.
quietly make your way through this low brush. And there's some not super tall, thick trees, but thin trees that make a light canopy regardless. And you come up to the edge of a clearing, and the music is louder. It seems to be coming from the middle of this clearing, but you don't see anyone playing the music.
How far away is this?
I mean, you're at the edge of this clearing. This clearing's probably 1,000 feet across. It's a large clearing.
And there doesn't seem to be anything like whether it be not
There-
necessarily things playing the music or anything, but like no other creatures about in said clearing.
Doesn't seem like it, no. But the music is very clearly coming from somewhere in the middle of this clearing.
I don't like it.
I don't like it either.
I don't know either.
Probably should have asked for a bit more directions. Or more detailed directions.
I guess I forgot to write it down, but could you remind me on like what we were looking for an entranceway towards the orchestra?
I didn't like really describe it, but the Grove Tenders like give you directions with landmarks, so you just have advantage. Like that
Okay.
is what that conveys.
Alrighty. Well,
Keep moving.
You definitely know you're not there yet.
okay, so this is just something.
This is something else.
Okay.
Yep, we go this way anyways, don't we?
Yeah.
Let's just hope for the best. As more leads.
Yeah, just stay low, stay quiet.
Yeah.
And head in the direction we need to.
You all start entering this clearing, start to cross it. Esmore, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Ooh.
You feel a pull to come towards the middle of the clearing, but like, oh, we need to go this way. And you change direction a little bit, but you keep going. Vath.
Do I recognize that feeling?
I mean, yeah, it's like a compulsion almost, but you resist it. Vath, give me a wisdom saving throw.
Okay.
You feel the same thing, but to an even lesser extent. You're like, that'd kind of be fun. You're like, I have things to do.
Nice taste.
I'm busy.
I'm helping.
Alright. And then finally, Zine, give me a wisdom saving throw, and you have advantage on this one.
Good, because I don't have
'Cause you're
nearly
a
the
Fey
plus
ancestor.
these guys do.
16. Man, you really want to go over there, but you just shake it off. Like, no, I have a mission.
Start reaching for the harp to kind of pick out a couple of notes. Realize that's not a good idea.
So fucking lucky.
All of you give me a perception check.
That's the music.
Zine Esmore. Looking over there, you can see in the middle of the clearing, like, the grass is all, like, smashed down, and there's just a ring of packed dirt in the middle of this, clearing.
Crap.
It's maybe, 10 feet across, and it's just a ring of packed dirt in a pretty perfect circle, just in the middle of this clearing.
We need to get moving.
Let's avoid this clearing, not step foot in it.
Yeah.
Boy, what now?
I point to the dirt.
In
circle.
the dirt circle.
Oh shit, we should probably avoid that, guys.
It's a good idea.
Yeah, good thing I told you.
Yeah.
Feels more like a trap, if you would.
Something was trying to get in our heads.
I could feel it. I almost played along with it.
Wonder
There's
if-
nothing that can get inside my head.
Except alcohol.
Yeah.
It might be the music. I'm not sure.
Are you guys
Music's not my
staying here?
No,
I
we're
assume
going.
we're going around it
Okay.
as we're.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, you guys move further away. You skirt around the edge of this clearing, staying outside of its sphere of influence. Whatever this thing is. Cool. Yeah, you guys continue. Esmore, give me another survival check with advantage.
Ooh, 27.
27. All right. That's a pretty good roll. Yeah, you stay on course, still making good time. Go and roll d20.
One of us, there it is.
You keep an ear out for any other strange noises that aren't normal, but you know, this is the Feywild, nothing's really normal. You start to notice that the leaves are changing from like a light yellow green, slowly turning start turning red, like fall color. But there's no other color, just red leaves. Go and give me another trial check.
Ah,
Like 27. And go and roll a d20. As you keep going, you can feel the temperature start to decrease. It was like a nice warm spring day, but now it's getting colder, and like you guys are moving and you're wearing armor. It's like you're okay, but kind of wish you had an extra layer. It's like a kind of a chilly October night. It's the temperature.
can I cast Druidcraft to see what the weather's doing?
You get the it seems to you like stop for a second and cast it, and there's just like little wisps of clouds, and then they dissipate.
I don't know what that means.
We there yet?
No,
Oh,
we're not
it's a
there
little
yet.
chilly.
Keep moving.
Okay, give me another soil
Right.
check.
Probably the best thing to do is to not stop.
29. Give me another d20 roll. You start to notice you can see your breath. It is over the last 3-4 hours, the temperature has dropped significantly. And like the Grove Tenders warned you about this. It means you're going in the right direction. And all of you give me a perception check.
I'm good at perception checks.
So good. Zine especially, Esmore a little bit. Esmore, you hear something. Esmore or Zine, you can hear like a group of people laughing in the distance. And then in a slightly different direction, you can hear another group. Like someone told a genuinely good joke. And then it quiets down. And then another direction separate from the three, but still in the same general area, you hear another group kind of erupt in laughter.
You guys hearing that?
Yep.
What?
Do apparently. Where's your
It
head at
seems-
today?
On my shoulders.
Well, if you want to keep it there, I suggest you start paying attention.
And like now that they pointed out, you can hear like, oh, yeah, that is laughter and not just like crunchy leaves.
Oh, I thought it was just. Oh, my bad.
But it seems to be like repeating from the same general area, but not the same exact.
Like it's off to your right, but like it's like different areas over there.
Okay.
Let's just ignore it. Keep going.
We have a mission, don't we?
What was that?
We have a mission, don't we?
Yep.
Yeah.
wanna
One
get-
that one that thinks that or takes precedent. I I'd say.
Yeah. Well, let's get moving before. Yeah, let's get moving, guys.
Yeah, I don't like this.
And we can come back at a later time if we have to, but assuming everything goes
Zine,
well, we get
out
the
of the corner of
crystal
your
and
eye, you see doesn't look like a bird, but it moves too quick for you to really make it out. It's definitely flying. And you can hear it go hee 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 as it flies past. It flies about maybe 20-25 feet away from you.
what does it look like? Size and color and
It's about the size of like a bird, like a songbird.
okay.
But you
And
could
it's just
hear it.
mimicking a laughter.
You could hear like humanoid laughter coming from it.
That bird just laughed at me. I don't take kindly to
If
that.
And then
that
over your
isn't-
left shoulder, you hear another one laugh, and you look and you just miss it as it darts the trees.
I've seen some creepy things, but that's a little unsettling.
I like speed
I'll
ups.
keep a hand on my rapier and just kind of nod my head in the direction that we had been going. And
Okay.
Desmond, would you like to continue on?
Yep.
As you keep moving forward, these laughing creatures keep like kind of following you, and then you see a tiny winged person, like no bigger than a songbird, sitting on a branch that is overhead, and they're just laughing themselves to tears. And between the laughter, they say, can you help us?
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm gonna look at the others and tell them to not respond to it.
Please.
I'll take a step towards it. And what might seem to be the problem other than your laughter?
that, that is the problem.
How far away is it?
It's up in the tree about maybe 15-20 feet away from you. It's just like on a low-hanging branch, just sitting there, like kind of doubled over, laughing.
I'll give it a shot, but I only have one chance to take. I'm going to cast a spell magic on it.
Okay. So you cast it. There doesn't seem to be anything magically afflicting this creature to, like, grab onto.
You know how we might be able to rid you of this? Is it like a curse?
One day, one day, it just started with, it just started with one of us, and now we all can't stop.
Can I insight to see if they're making it up?
Yeah, go for it. Give me an insight check. It's genuine. And you can hear these other little creatures, whatever they are, still flying around. It's becoming a cacophony of laughter. around you as you're trying to talk to this one who's having a tough time of it.
Do I possibly know anything about like a curse that might do this? If it doesn't seem to be a spell that I could get rid of.
I mean, give me an Arcana check, I guess.
Cool.
I mean, it's your best guess.
Our Arcana checks are always bad. Is that when it's Vath doing it?
This is out of my expertise.
Yeah, when it comes to when it comes to laughing and emotion in general, yeah, it's all out of your expertise.
The one sitting on the branch like leans back and leans too far back, and they tumble out of the branch and land on the ground, and they're just on their back, like trying to catch their breath, also laughing and like rolling on the ground about 15 feet in front of you.
I think.
I'll turn to the others. I mean, I want to help, but I don't even know where to begin. First, it's a disembodied set of music, and then now it's laughing bird people.
we're, we're pixies.
These the ones that like to play games.
Yes. I genuinely don't know what to do, guys. It's like to help.
I'm gonna look at Z, but it's a pixie. They're probably screwing with us.
We just like
I don't
go
know.
there.
That's a lot of commitment from a lot of pixies.
Isn't that what we were told that they do? They love jokes. That's their thing.
I think it meant more so in not necessarily comedic jokes, but tricks, and
Well, how you know us trying to help it wouldn't end up being a trick?
that's where I don't know how we could help if it's not. Because if it is, I certainly would rather not be laughing for the rest of my time.
I think. I'm looking through stuff to see if I have anything that might.
The pixie on that fell from the tree starts coughing, mixing with the laughter, and then becomes more coughing. And it becomes, the coughing becomes violent, and then it suddenly falls quiet. It's like in the fetal position on its side.
I'm gonna run over and see if it's still alive.
Give me a medicine check.
Uh, God.
You don't even know where to start looking. Like like it's about the size of your hand. That's how big this thing is. And you're like, I don't even know how to check if it's still breathing. You can see its wings are like it has two sets of like dragonfly wings that like kind of have a like a rainbow shimmer to them.
I'm gonna give this a try. I don't know how it's gonna work, but I'm gonna cast Commune with Nature.
How long does that take to cast?
It's instantaneous.
But what's the casting time?
1 minute.
Okay. So you sit down next to this pixie that suddenly stopped laughing, and start casting Commune with Nature. What are you other two doing?
More of Zene's watching the birds that are the birds, the pixies, and pretty much just thinking.
I am going to keep watch.
Okay. Okay, you cast Commune with Nature.
The first thing I want to know is if there's anything around here that would cause this type of laughter. So it may not be spell based, it may be like material
You
based.
gain 3 facts about terrain bodies, water, prevalent plants, minerals, animals, peoples, aka powerful celestial, fey, fiends, elementals, or undead, influences from other planes, and buildings. There's not like a source, but like you can feel it around you, just like you can hear it around you.
Can I learn more about these pixies by doing this?
I mean, what would you like to know about pixies?
The extent of their jokes, like the extent of how far they would go for a joke, pretty much.
Their pranks are mostly harmless. And they use it to. They're typically never see pixies. They're very, very shy, and very non-confrontational. But they play harmless pranks like tying shoes together, making illusions make you think like you see a treasure chest or something like that, to gauge your reaction. And if you respond positively, then they become emboldened, may show themselves to you. But otherwise, you could easily go your whole life without seeing one.
It was to say it wouldn't hurt to try and help these things, or to try and trust these for now.
And you have one more fact you can.
I would like to see if there's any other creatures nearby, at least.
Let's see, within 3 miles? Yeah. You can feel a strong Fey presence in the direction that you're going.
That's great.
And it basically overwhelms. Like you can sense the pixies that are close to you, floating around the trees laughing. But this Fey entity is like a beacon. You're like, that is where we're going, and you know for sure.
Yippee! That's great. Okay. I'll let people know. I'll let the other two know that I think that we can trust to try and help them out.
Fair enough.
Do you think moving them away from this area might help? Like it's some sort of regional effect?
It just happened spontaneously.
The powerful Fey is at like the outer limit of your commune with nature. It's kind of far away.
What was it, dead?
Huh?
The pixie isn't dead.
Oh, I have no idea.
What happened to him? one like flits by.
Um, let's try and get these guys, some distance from this area, and see if that helps. And I'll carry the unconscious, aka or dead, Pixie, just in case.
Okay.
It may just be unconscious from laughing so hard,
Probably. Jeez. Try to lead him out of this area then, I guess.
I'll tell the pixies if they want. If it's hard to fly with all that laughing, that they can sit on my shoulders and that kind of stuff. I'll try and carry them away from the area.
It's gonna be so loud.
There's probably close to around 15 to 20 pixies. Just like kind of flying, laughing around you.
I get the feeling I could hold most of them by myself.
Oh yeah,
Same.
they're tiny creatures.
So it's not gonna be very heavy.
Yeah, you
I
could
guess
probably
that
you could
can-
probably carry all of them,
Yeah.
especially
fair
your
enough.
bath. But most of them seem like they're still able to fly.
Alright, lead them somewhere else, I guess.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll do
How
the same.
far away from this area do you take them?
I'm gonna ask the others which direction we should go. The thing is,
Fucking run that lettuce.
we're not laughing though.
Not yet. Unless fucking Zine detects something.
Well, I tried dispelling any sort of magic, but there didn't seem to be any.
Did you try
So I
detecting
could
magic?
only. I mean, I can try detecting magic.
Yeah, it may not be something you can just. There may be magic, but you may not just be able to dispel it.
I'll cast detect magic.
You extend your senses out. Of course, your friends glow up like Christmas trees. Especially Vast's like particularly hard to look at. But nothing about these pixies, like they don't have magic on them. There's like a very faint like glitter in the air that like sparkles occasionally, but it's very faint. And it doesn't like really fall to the ground. It just like it's like in suspension. You can very occasionally see like a tiny twinkle. But aside from that, there's no other magical sources around you. At least in the immediate 30 feet.
We can try leading them out of this area first and see if that does anything, I guess.
Yeah.
How far away do you take them?
We'll
I'd
just walk
say-
for
You're like pretty much right at the end of
Mile?
your day. Okay, you can walk a mile away. They follow you, still laughing. In about 15 minutes or so, you're a mile away, and you still have this kind of cacophony of laughter.
For that,
It hasn't seemed to have slowed down at all.
I'm gonna tell them that I need more information about how and when this exactly started. Like, what were you doing? Where were you at?
Through like stilted words between bouts of laughter, they managed to tell you that one of them came back to the feast, whatever that means, with a giggle, and it grew into full-blown laughter, and then a few others started giggling like a few days later, started giggling and laughing, and eventually it became this whole group of pixies.
Wonder if it's like a disease. If one came by with it and everybody else caught it.
Do you have a way to dispel a disease?
I can detect it, but I can't do that today. I had to wait till the morning.
If that's the case and what they said is true, we need to be very careful.
During that 15 minutes of walking, the detect magic lasts for 10 minutes.
Mhm.
Was there any spot within the 30 feet I might have seen where like the the haze that's floating around, the little twinkle that's going on, like isn't around,
Um,
or is it just like
the more
an
the more
essence
you
of the
walk,
thing?
the less often you see the little, like, it's just the faintest like bit of like glitter, like as if like someone like has it like on their face and like turn the right way and you can see it. Otherwise, it's invisible. So like very occasionally you see it, and it becomes less and less frequently as you walk away.
So it would seem that it's more so something in the air tainting an area.
Should we try walking for a bit longer then?
Could we try putting them in your hut?
Well, that
would-
would
That might
depend
not
on
do
a
anything.
few things, I guess. It might work.
It's towards the end of the day, anyways. We need to.
Yeah,
If
you're
we're
pretty
picking
much at the
up,
end of your traveling day.
so maybe if it's something in the air and it's so tiny that it only affects these small creatures, then getting them in something with fresh air may help.
Might help them.
Yeah.
I can give it a shot. We'll need to figure things out anyway.
Yeah.
And I'll take out the tiny frame and the marble and tap on it with the spoon.
Okay.
And
The
summon
doorway
door.
grows once again.
The only difference being there, where those pillars were, instead there's like, I don't know if I can do this. I assume I'd be able to.
What are you doing?
Trying to see if I could put like, whether it has to be fake or not, like trees there for them to perch on.
Yeah. Just like in the middle of your foyer, you have two trees with branches going all the way up, and they keep going all the way through the ceiling. They like merge perfectly through it.
And I'll say to the pixies, I'm not sure if it'll help, but at least it's safer than being out in the wild. I did make a space for you though.
And one by one, the laughing pixies fly into your magnificent mansion. And that is where we're going to end today's game. With these laughing pixies in your home.